All right, it's time to pick up where I left off yesterday. This is day 2. As you can see, the event registration is still thriving, as is the customer service lines. So this is Saturday, so anyone who didn't make it out yesterday is going to be out here today. Oh, there's some nice cosplay there. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Have you lose feeling in your legs?
Got some.
That was so cool.
So yeah, today's going to be the big show day. In a little bit, I'll have an interview with White Wolf, get some information from them about their newest incarnation of Vampire, 5th edition. See how that goes. Gonna head. Just cut across through here. They're in exhibit. Oh yeah, there's the will call line. Look at that. It is completely still. It's a little bit after noon on a Saturday, and it's completely booked. And people are still in line waiting to get their passes. So it's a big event. I'll cut through here, and then so the line ends here. What I'd like to do today also is get over to the Transformers card game. Of all the things that I should be covering, I need to get that done, but I don't seem to have a contact here, so I can't get in to talk to anybody, and they're so swamped with just the walk-ups that I don't want to go over and bother them and make their lines even longer and their jobs even harder. So let's figure out here. Well, there's halls A through D, which is not what I want. F through J is down this way. So that's about where I'm going to head out. Oops. Covered it up there. I went back and reviewed the footage that I uploaded, just the raw footage. My plan there is just to kind of compile it into segments of where I've just went up and talked to people, and I really need to get a camera stabilization on their gimbals, I think they're called, because watching me walk through this crowd with my shaky cam isn't very appealing, because it shakes, it goes in and out of focus, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and so here we are again. I stopped by here yesterday just to check it out, and even right at close, it was still full to the brim. So once I get the interview with White Wolf done and in the can, I think I'll hop over into here and get into the learn the play, so we can see what we're getting. Because I haven't played a card game in a while. You know, I started with Magic, and I didn't play a lot of the other games like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that stuff. But I might be getting back into it, at least to some degree, with this Transformers card game, because it looks interesting. And it's something people have been wanting to play for a long time, and I've seen over the years a couple of fan-made ones. But to have this official one come out and be published by Wizards, you know, that's something they should have done a decade ago, really. Card games have never really lost their appeal, and after the 2007 movie was a success, such as it was, there's really no reason not to have one. There you go. So, going back into here, halls J through K are this way. So, to figure out which one. There's I. So, of course, J is on the other end of the... Oh wow, here's some good cosplay. Check out these Borderlands. We got Wario Kart and these Borderlands people. That's pretty badass. putting on a little show even. Tiny Tina and a Psycho versus Deadpool guy in a trench coat.
I have one question, and one question only.
So much. There's a lot more cosplay going on today than there was yesterday, I think. So I kind of look forward to wearing myself out again like I did yesterday. And even if, like I said, if you have 4 full days, you're still going to have to prioritize what you do and how you do it, because there's just too many things to do. There are things that I'll never see. I got a panel going on over there. Now my badge doesn't get me into any of the ticketed events, so I don't really have a means to get in there. I don't know what kind of panel's going on over there. And frankly, I don't have time to sit in on a lot of them. I would probably do a pickup game later. Transformers card game, of course, and something else I can find that interests me. You know, I've had the Starfinder RPG book, core rules, for over a year, or about a year. I guess it just came out at last GenCon. And I haven't got to sit down and play a single game of it in all that time. So, heading over to the booths here. I've still got some time before the Pathfinder, the Vampire RPG interview, but I want to get an idea of where they are before I head into there, just so we can not be late for it. And well, there's the Pathfinder demo play, since I was talking about that before. They've got I don't know what you have to sign up for or how you have to do that, but they have a lot of different tables out for there.
That's the only thing I didn't put in my bag.
And there's a table that's empty. I'd be interested to see how the 2.0 Pathfinder is going, just because, you know, original Pathfinder, which it's starting to age, and I think they must be seeing some share loss from Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, which is very simplified, very streamlined in terms of rules and things like that. And they kind of integrated some of that into Starfinder. But when I looked through the Pathfinder module last night for the playtest book, I can see a lot of similarities. They're basically saying, you know, we can make something as good as 5e. Because there are a lot of hardcore Pathfinder fans, but they will tell you, the non-hardcore fans, that it's just a number crunchy game. It's a lot of math, a lot of customization, but very intimidating for new players, especially with all the dozens of books that they have. So here we are at the Onyx booth. This is where I need to be in about an hour, so that'll be pretty cool. Let's see what we have here. They got all kinds of different stuff. And then over here, of course, is the Vampire the Masquerade game. I guess this is where I need to be. I'll be here in a little bit. In the meantime, I'll poke around here and see what else I can find. These main wings are nice. Oh, there's the AEG. Let's see what they got over there. Check out this guy. District 9. It's a mech. Giant mech. And that's all part of their promotion for their game. Here's the game as it's being played.
Dispenser actually makes it a little bit thicker.
It's pretty cool.
So those are your 4 stats, basically: move, influence, attack, and armor. All right, or defense. I'm sorry. Defense. So every turn, each player has 3 orders that are available to your vehicle. All right, in no particular order: move, open fire, evict, claim, and because you're in day 2, bank. Okay, moving is pretty basic and self-explanatory. When you move, you get your move order. You're going to move up to 2 zones with your vehicle. If you want, you can spend as many of your orders as you choose on moving. Okay. So if you
So
wanted
that's
to
pretty
use
cool. I might have to catch them later just to see how that plays. Let's head over this way a little bit, just so we can see. I want to see what's on the other side of the AEG booth. And then cut around here. Smash up. And they've got their swag bags that they have here. Playing games is fun, but I just like walking around here and just looking at everything.
Yeah, it's usually how it is.
Because like yesterday, there's just so much here to see and experience, especially, you know, all the new titles and everything that I haven't played yet. So Dwarven Forge is over here this way. We're going to walk over there. Dwarven Forge is a long-time producer of terrain for your fantasy gaming to really bring the table to life. It's very pricey, but it's very high-quality stuff. Go over here and see what they have. So yeah, this particular one has LEDs. Everything's modular, so you can build it however you want. Down over here, they've got Crystal Cave.
Yeah, but some of them are just freestanding and they don't
And there's their dungeon set.
You don't want to have. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Prototypes are a little like
Yeah, that's fine.
they
Unstable,
share
the
of-
crystal.
some more all the LED lit crystals, which is really cool looking. And then over here, here's their little Smuggler's Cove display. It's got the water terrain, the boats, and all the different, like the bridge and so on and so forth. And then down here, we have the forest terrain, followed by the icy Arctic terrain. And then they've got examples of miniatures. This one is it's a bug. Looks like some sort of bug cave. And you can see how it has multiple levels. Oh, thank you.
Right now, those are our prototypes.
These are all available?
This is from our last Kickstarter that's still shipping to backers. Those will be available on our web store in October-ish.
And your Kickstarter started today or yesterday?
We have 9 days left.
9 days left?
Yes.
Okay, how close are you to the goal?
We've already been fulfilled, but our actual goal is 3 million, and we're at almost 1.5.
Okay, so you're pretty far into the game at this point.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys have been doing this for what, 10, 15 years?
We've been doing Kickstarters for 6 years, but we've been in the business for 20.
Yeah, because I every time I see your name, I recognize it well. So these have come a long way over these last 20 years.
Maybe 4 sculpts and out of resin, and now we have nearly indestructible Dwarvenite. You can do anything to it. It will not break unless you set it on fire, and it'll last forever.
What's that little thing that popped out? Is that just part of the
It's
element?
a little add-on, so you can swap out a bunch of stuff into it. They all fit into the same hole.
So not only are the tile layouts modular, the actual tiles themselves are modular.
Oh yeah. If you take a look at this really cool snake pit right here, well, it's actually just an altar. Or is it?
Okay, that's cool. Can you do that again? I can get that.
Yeah, let me...
Reset that.
Ah! Can you put that back together? Check out our Kickstarter. It's happening now.
All the little snakes are in there.
What'd you say? The pin? I got this at Origins, but I have these if you want some.
Here's the snake god that goes with that.
Okay.
That's a sleeping form, and once they collect all the glyph stones, they wake him up. So yeah,
So your character goes up there,
gives him the offering, and 1, 2, 3, go.
and that's nice.
Well, that opened perfectly last time.
And I'm sure it's common knowledge, but you want to say the URL that people can go to get on board with your product and your Kickstarter.
Dwarvenforge.com/KS6.
Thank you very much. You guys have a great weekend.
You too.
And now I'm over here to this giant castle. This is unreal. So yeah, Dwarven Forge. I imagine they have some competitors. They have some cheaper alternatives. Obviously, you've got crafters and things like that. And there's some nice crafting skill people out there. I've seen stuff that rivals the professional stuff, but for ease of use, if crafting's not your thing, Dwarven Forge is definitely worth trying out. Go down here. CoolStuffInc.com. It's a store. Better keep track of time here. All right, so I got a little less than an hour left to get over back to the vampire booth. Chessex. They've been making dice for a million years. Kind of have to frogger your way across these lines just to get to where you're going. So yeah, most of the dice, I think all of the dice that I own are from Chessex. I don't even know another company that makes dice, to be honest. But here they have all their different kinds. Looks like you can build them however you want to build your set. You get a full set, build different color schemes. So that's pretty cool. All the money that people spend annually on gaming, they could just save it all up and go spend it all at once on a day like today at GenCon. And I, for one, am glad to see that it's still thriving. So let's make our way further down here. Somebody commented to me yesterday who was watching the video. They said they didn't really know what GenCon entails. They just kind of expected me to go in and sit down at a panel. And they were kind of surprised that all the time spent in my videos yesterday and probably today, of course, would just be walking around and talking to people, socializing and seeing the sights. When I have a bigger crew, besides just myself, we can do multiple concurrent coverage of things like the panels, but I don't want to miss anything. And this is more of a vlog than a news segment. Once this is done, I'm going to write everything up and compile it into our news site over at allspark.com, but this is just going to kind of give you the experience of, you know, what's it like there if you've never been here before, or if you want to be here but have missed out, what would you have seen? So it's just like you're with me in my pocket. More kind of made my way to almost the other side of the main hall. I still haven't found the Fallout booth. Now, of course, I could pull out the guide and look at the maps, but, you know, when I play an MMO, I don't read the map or use waypoints. I just wander around like a doofus until I stumble across things, and that's how I do it in real life. So it looks like a good mixture of publishers and vendors. So there's stores so that you can pick up your supplies, and of course the publishers like Dwarven Forge. Well, I call them publisher, but I guess the companies that produce. They're out here promoting their product, trying to get people on board with that because GenCon is a good launching place. That's where we launched our Kickstarter many years ago. And what Greg Allspark tour would be complete without pops? Because pops are everywhere. Over here we've got buy, sell, trade. So they've got minis. You can buy them outright. You can trade in your stuff. So if you want to come in and bring a bunch of stuff you don't use anymore, places like that. There's another place that'll take your cards. So I think most of the store shops seem to be over here. Miniature market, you see those guys online a lot. They're a pretty popular store nowadays. And they're doing magic buys. I guess they're buying your rares that you pulled out of your packs already right out the door. I didn't look in my magic packs. I don't know if I have anything in there worthwhile or not. I'll have to check that out. I don't know what comes in those packs. I'll gladly part with those, considering how little I play. I don't know what these guys do exactly. Oh, yeah, I see. Have like camera setups and things like that. Should probably look into that.
No.
And of course, here's another clothing booth. I guess I was on the other side of this aisle last time, so I kind of have my orientation now, which is good. Coming through here. More Frogger playing. And by Frogger, I mean just trying to hop across traffic. Not that there's actually a Frogger booth here. Everything is... Oh, that's a nice setup. So they've got their game being demonstrated over here, but they've got this big mirror so that you can see everything that's going on. So hopefully you don't have to have your cards hidden, because you could just look up at the card menu or look up the mirror and see all the cards people have in their hands. Not that anyone would do that. You can come down here, get some more cosplayers, which, like I said, they're more prevalent today than they were yesterday. People want to save their mojo for the big day, which is Saturday. And I don't know what's going on tomorrow, but the schedule still looks pretty full, so this is truly a 4-day event. Trying to hold the camera a little bit more steady than I did yesterday. Walking at a more leisurely pace. Raal Partha Enterprises. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I wonder if they're still the same company or if someone gobbled up the name and to rebrand it. Or to take over the brand, I should say. Let's see what they have over here. Oh wow, Partha paints. Those are the ones that I used to have. Is that... I wonder if that's new. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing a YouTube blog. I'm with allspark.com, and I used to use Raal Partha a long time ago, like in the 90s. Are you the same company?
Yes.
So you're not...
Essentially, a lot of the people that used to work for Raal Partha got together and formed a new company.
Oh.
So Raal Partha went out of business. The employees got together and bought the company, basically.
Okay, so it's it's been a buy of the IP name of the intellectual property, but it's the same people basically.
Same people, same molds, same everything.
How long have you guys been in business with this new iteration?
That would be a question to ask Mike Marty.
Since the early 2000s.
Okay, so it's been a while. Because these are the only paints I ever used to use,
I
and
get that a lot.
and just to see them again is because all you hear now is the Vallejo stuff, but I miss these. I miss the pots. I miss everything about them. So
We get asked every year, where are the raw Partha paints? So
what are the bottles going for now?
They're $3 for a bottle.
Okay, so not much different than they were 25 years ago.
And what happened was one of the partners from the company kept that up going on his own, selling at shows and whatnot, and then Iron Winds brought it back into the booth. So that's why we only have like the 4 set left and not the individual box sets.
And you guys, did they get a hold of the molds, or are you just reproducing your old miniatures, or is there new stuff, or
It's the same mold.
There's
same
new
molds?
stuff and same molds.
So it's the same masters. We're of course making new production molds off of the old masters.
Where can people find you online?
IronWindMetals.com.
IronWindMetals.com. I'm going to take this. Do you have a card or a pamphlet or something?
I have a card.
We're kind of out of cards.
I imagine. I am too.
But you can also get in touch with us through Mike Marty.
Okay, I'm going to just get in touch with you guys, but I'm just roaming around the convention hall I didn't look at the book. I didn't look at the pamphlet. I'm just like, an adventure. What am I going to find? So it's all exploration, and I was very happy to see this place.
Sounds good. Someone might be knows. Have fun.
Thank you. You have a good weekend. So yeah, that brings back some memories, and you can mishmash your miniatures. They got all these old molds from zombies, troopers, whole figures, wings, everything that they ever used to have. And then they have these blister packs over here. Obviously they've changed the art a little bit, but they're still the pewter. Same minis, same process. And really, the prices, they might be about twice what they were, but that's actually generous considering that, in the mid to late 90s, if something was, $3 or $4, and it's only like $5 now for a mini, that's good. It's good prices. Some of their examples that are painted. I still have a lot of them, but they're kind of old. I have some of the old original ones that were actually made of lead, that if you ate it, you would probably get brain poisoning. And there are a lot of new minis here that I've never seen before. So they're still producing new stuff, which is pretty amazing. And you can buy the parts. Pardon me. So that's pretty cool. And then there's mosey on down the field here. There's the Rick and Morty Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, they're playing that. We saw this yesterday in the gaming hall, but we didn't see the actual game being played. So they're kind of a Plinko Connect 4 / Tetris thing where you're trying to line up your parts and knock the other people out. Seems pretty cool. Talk to them maybe later. Today I'm more interested in maybe getting some of the tabletop stuff. This is the thing we announced on the website a while ago. It's the Rick and Morty D&D companion. So it's pretty. It's 5th edition.
What else can we do about this? Without cutting this? No.
Let's see what we got here. Hey, I'm Greg. I'm from the allspark.com. We promoted this when you announced it a little while ago. I didn't know if you had a couple seconds just to talk about it, or
This thing?
yeah.
You want to talk to that guy? I'm the writer on the main series, not that series.
Okay.
So I couldn't really speak for Jim Zub or for Oni.
Okay.
that make sense? I think we're about to go to lunch, so.
Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, I'm just kind of roaming around here, so
Yeah.
I'll touch base later.
It's exciting. And Jim Zub is here. The writer's here.
Oh, you are Jim Zub?
No.
Oh.
He's at,
Oh, okay.
He's at 1645.
1645?
I would love to talk about it.
Okay, yeah, I'll meet up with him then. Thank you. Lunchtime for those guys, so I can understand. That's kind of what happens when I don't schedule stuff. It's all going to be on their terms, which it should be. So let me roll back over here. Got some of the more cosplaying.
I don't get any armor, so you're going to do a solid 2.
I'm going to assume, yeah, this is Fallout.
Oh, right. Yeah, basically it drops my armor to a 1.
Yeah, they're going to sell this game on the sets alone, just on their little display. Like I said yesterday, the ones you get won't be quite that good, but they will be pretty good. And you can paint them up however you want. So that's pretty cool. And there's looks like some print items, grab bags, art. I'm sorry. So they got all kinds of different stuff here. Yeah, you just kind of freaked me out with those contacts there. Who are you roleplaying or cosplaying as?
It's a Willow from Don't Starve. It's a video game.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that was kind of unnerving to see that. It's interesting because, and I don't know if it's just the wear and tear of the event, but there were a lot more eager people to jump in and promote themselves yesterday. Today, it kind of feels like they're just done with this. It's like, oh God, it's somebody else I got to talk to. So there's Expand City. It's kind of like a board game for Sim City from the looks of it. I used to play the original of that. And like I said yesterday, if you see anything that draws your eye or gets your attention, and if I happen to miss it, or if you want to get more information on it, let me know and I'll run it down for you. Come over here. Even though it's just one big square in the hall, it's still very mazy. It's kind of easy to get lost. I know I've skipped over a few places. All kinds of different stuff here. It's the FASA games. There's. So I think we found the possibly the Pinnacle tables, maybe Savage Worlds. Yeah, here's all the Savage World stuff. So if you're ever interested in that game, it's a pretty modular system. You can go in and set it up. They have a core rule book. It's very small, very concise. And then you've got all the different expansions and genres and properties and licenses and things like that that you can play or just make your own. It's one of the well-known unknown systems, I guess you could say. But they've done quite a bit over the last couple of years. The last version of a game I played for that was the Savage Rifts. I backed that on their Kickstarter. Got the big box with all the stuff in it. And like with most games, I haven't had a chance to play it for one reason or another. So.
No, I think it's.
I'm gonna go up this aisle. I gotta be careful. I don't want time to get away from me. He's got a Kentucky Rec Bar shirt on. That's my home turf in Louisville.
Me too.
What games are you up here for?
Means I can get in, man. Nerd like me. Look at it.
So if you're in Louisville and you want to have a cool place where you can get good Frosted Flake covered chicken tenders and play lots of arcade games, and
That'd be Rec Bar.
but yeah, be Rec Bar. It's over in Jeffersontown. I run the Elspark.com. It's a wide Transformers website, but we do gaming stuff too. So it's good to see a fellow native here. It's good meeting you. So now we're going over here.
That threw me off.
Let's see what we got going on. Down this aisle. I think my arm's getting tired, and that's where the shakiness comes in as well. So my main sweep in this hall is almost completed. I think I'm going to have to refer to the map and guide at some point if there's anything in particular that I was looking for, because there's a few things that I haven't found yet, because I kind of want to see how that Palladium booth is doing. Or maybe they didn't. Well, no, I know they showed up at least to some degree, because I saw one of their guys wearing the shirt yesterday or Thursday, but I don't know where they ended up. They used to have a pretty big storefront booth too a couple years ago. It's hard to tell nowadays, but I want to see what they have. Maybe they got some good deals going on. Probably won't mention the Robotech stuff though. I don't think they'd be too happy with that. Cubicle 7. There's another medieval collectible leather craft shop. All right, so
There you go.
I'm gonna cut through here. I think I'm gonna cut this short for now, and then find some more stuff to come back, just so that it's just not completely just me walking around. Like I said, people are a lot busier today. They seem to be a lot more, not irritable, but unless you got money in your hand, I don't think they really have the desire to take that much time away from what they're doing, which again is completely understandable. But I'll cut this short now, and 'cause we're in about 40 minutes, which is pretty long for just a random walkthrough, and then we'll get back in touch. The next thing you'll see will probably be that White Wolf vampire interview. So take it easy. Have a good day.